It seemed like he was about to stutter right there.
I seemed like
Did
it,
you
but then
forget
I
my
forced.
name?
No, that wasn't it.
Oh,
That
okay.
wasn't it.
All right.
No.
As long
That
as
it
I'm not
wasn't that I.
forgetting.
Yeah, no. It was one of those things where like we're kind of new at this. I'm constantly trying to like. Was that like a decent kind of like intro? Like, am I copying
I
somebody?
think,
Am I trying? Like, I don't
yeah,
know,
I think
man.
you're thinking about it too hard, dude. It's just
No, maybe I'm not thinking about it hard enough. Nobody knows, man. It's like POE. Maybe we need to think about this differently.
that's actually a good segue. It's a very good segue. I think
We're
that a
here
lot
to
of people.
talk about the next league. I'm excited. Are you excited, Cass?
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted.
What are your
I'm
worries?
conflicted.
Can I
A
we'll
lot,
get
and I
inside?
think we're gonna. I don't want to get too much into it, but I think that the one successful thing that Exile did was it dropped bombs
Indeed.
like from orbit. It just kept dropping bombs, and it left you so much shit to contemplate that you're sitting there like, ah, like what the fuck is going on? But I think most of it is good. I just it's kind of scary. Like for something that we love so much, like change can be a little scary. As far as the trial, I don't know about the. I just don't know about the auto battler system that they got going on. I don't know.
You'd never gotten into it, or is it like you have a bias against it, or
Kind of resembles. I'm not gonna lie, a MOBA.
um?
Not really,
So
but
I
like
understand.
I can see the essence of some of that coming out.
I do understand where you would get that, right? And it mainly comes from like the view that they give you in the trailer. I don't think that's going to be your experience of it. From what as a matter of fact, I'll get again once we get into the actual video. I'll get a little bit more in depth on how I think the system will work. But generally speaking, I think during that it will be sort of like a MOBA. But then again, the view of these types of games are MOBA like anyway, right? Like the thing that changes that is I don't know. I'm
You mean
not
like the
sure.
top down view, or
Yeah, I think the top-down view, and then the fact that they kind of zoomed it out a little bit to show you kind of the whole battlefield might have given you like a slightly different feel. But from what I'm understanding, you're still going to have complete control of your character inside these auto battlers. While so basically you're trying to just push for the win before your team
you got to
basically
get the
falls.
towers?
Right.
MOBA.
Well, no. And again, I understand like where you're drawing like your connection, but like
You got little
I don't
minions. The
know.
minions fight each other, and you can gain advantage by killing their minions faster. And then you kill the towers, and then you win.
Right, but the thing is like, what is PoE or Diablo but a MOBA that's single player? You are killing minions to get items or gold or whatever to make your character stronger, so you can kill more
Don't
minions.
mention that word. There's gonna be a lot of triggered people right now. There's a lot of triggered people right now with the gold.
It's
Oh,
like
yes.
and that's partially why I brought it up is I understand the reservations behind it because I am not happy about that particular aspect of them deciding like, oh yeah, instead of just having a normal thing that we're all introducing, we're going to introduce something that is completely antithesis to the game, something they took out a long time ago.
I'm honestly curious as to their why recycle or revamp like an old NPC or old character or old system into something completely not new. Like, not the concept is not new because Navali was always of that like that her lore was always of that same thing,
Hmm.
but kind of gave it like a nice new remix to it. I wonder why they're doing that and not just like letting things be what they are.
In like what aspect? Like they're
Like
introducing
the
like
girl,
other areas of
the
the
volley was
world.
supposed to be this whole thing about she could tell prophecies. Like that was her whole
Right.
thing. Like foresight kind of shit.
Uh huh.
And that was a whole story. That was a whole thing about it. But now they took away the prophecy thing, and then they want her now to do this whole child ancestors kind of thing, and it's just like,
Well, I kind of see it as more of like an expansion of the lore rather than changing anything because
but they took
what
out
ended up happening.
prophecies.
Well, yeah, because come on, bro, you realize what those did to the economy. They it was one of those things where I half understand why they took out prophecies. They were extraordinarily powerful, and not enough people used them. So the people that did were just like crazily ahead. And
No, I
then
get
trying to
it,
do
but
that was like a nightmare. And then re-rolling prophecies was basically like printing currency sometimes, and then people would just like control the market via those types of things. I don't know, man. Like I kind of understand. I kind
maybe
of understand.
maybe I'm being too harsh when it comes to like creating content for a game like this, like where it's easier for me to sit there and say like, yeah, just come up with new content, like fresh, like new characters every 3 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, maybe that's selfish on my part and maybe naive, but um, like I wonder how far ahead are they planning leagues? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like
Oh, that's a good question. I
like are they
wonder. So you basically
planning?
like,
Has
are
this
you
been in the
wondering if
books for about a year already?
are you wondering if like they removed Navali to do this with her?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because think about it. Like, how far ahead are they thinking? I know they make adjustments and nerfs along the way, but
Well,
was this always the
I kind of
plan?
like it. I kind of like. I don't know whether it was the plan or not, but I kind of like it because it's one of those things where there hits a point in a story when your main characters are all kind of fleshed out enough, and then you start introducing new characters that nobody really gives a shit about. And they noticed from when Navali was kind of removed from being, the prophecy, the
But you
I don't
still
know
get
what
the
you call that.
coins. Well,
You don't get
not last
props.
league, no, not last league, but
Yeah,
there
no,
was a certain point where
they
you still got the coins, and it really wasn't worth doing the content anymore.
right because it's just using the coins to re-roll a thing that you may or may not like, but or that you could put
Some,
into a bubble to sell. Like
but
it was
some,
literally like a gamble machine.
the way I've saw profits being used was to
Six link shit,
no,
twice enchanted.
well, yeah, that's tough, yeah, but the it was a way to juice maps with it. Basically, you add extra frogs, extra there was a few profits that add basically more density to
Right,
the
but
maps.
that's basically now on sextants.
True, true, but that's what I remember them being used mostly for me.
Yeah, but that's what I hope. That's my whole like. Yeah, you get plague of frogs. There's sometimes where you can upgrade an item and you need the prophecy to do it. Like there's all kinds of weird mechanics that nobody used. That's the problem, right? Like unfortunately, as much as a lot of people like look fondly about this, like it wasn't used nearly as often as a lot of people like to think. It's sort of like when I was playing League of Legends and they changed Aatrox, and they're just like, "Oh my god, they changed Aatrox." It's like, dude, none of y'all fuckers played this shit. It has one of the lowest pick rates in the game, and the five of you are that did use them, or just I don't know. Like I don't remember me and you ever farming for prophecies.
No, because you got it casually as you play. You didn't have to target farm it. At
Yeah, but
least,
then at the end of the league, they just fucking built up, and then I don't care about them anymore. And then I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I if I find a this, it'll upgrade to that. Like, nah, man, I don't know where to go to fucking fulfill half these prophecies because a lot of
I
them were
think
very.
you know what killed prophecies. To be honest with you,
Hmm.
the popularity of cards.
No, I think divination cards and prophecies essentially serve the same purpose.
I think it came from the same idea of like you collect a certain thing and you get a random chance to get something out of it. And I think that dev card situation where and especially because you could target farm dev cards
Yes.
where they kind of like it's like someone came up with the idea of the Navali and the silver coins, and then someone came up with the idea of div cards, and they were like, "Damn, that's how I kind of like. That's kind of what I wanted intentionally. Like I wanted you to be able to find something that leads you to get something from collecting enough of those." Because that's what you end up needing. You need a bunch of silver coins in order to gain access to a prophecy that may or may not be what you want.
No, I don't know if they ever changed it, but that's no. You would
Well, you got
use
the wheel of prophecies, right?
right,
Where
but
you could
you
get
would
up to
have
a
to
certain amount.
pay. You no, you would have to pay a certain amount to remove that prophecy
Yeah,
from
it's
the wheel.
essentially re-rolling because it opens up a slot to get another one.
Right, but now you can sell the other one.
Not originally. Not originally. Originally, you just lost it. You couldn't trade it.
Oh, okay, but yeah,
Then
like
they made
I
it
don't.
tradable. Then it was like, oh, okay, it's a little better now.
Yeah, but I don't, dude. I think the first like 2 or 3 the leagues in which I played with it, I maybe fulfilled like 3 prophecies for a challenge. Like
They weren't very. They were very niche.
I didn't
Very
enjoy
niche.
them or really use them, get anything out of them. Like I know there was powerful ones. Like don't get me wrong. As a matter of fact, I do take that back. I remember using Twice Enchanted a lot.
I think.
That was like kind of it
Yeah,
for me.
I think some of them were very niche, but I feel like also some of the other crafting and other stuff kind of just made more sense to use. Like the Twice Enchanted was great, but that's specifically if you wanted to get a higher chance to get your enchant that you're looking for.
Right.
So you farming the shit out of the lab.
Lab.
Which by the way, can we stop using trials like the word trial, like lab of trials, trials of the ancestors? Like,
Mm, I don't
why
know,
is
man.
everything a test? Why do we gotta keep getting tested?
That's kind of like the whole point of just PoE.
Just saying, like,
Or are you talking about like in general?
no,
Or
no, I'm just saying, like, so I always feel like we're being tested, like
right?
the whole concept
Because
is just being tested.
well,
Like,
mainly because okay, so this is my theory, right? It's mainly because we never kill anything.
what do you mean?
Well, we kill a lot of monsters, right? We kill a lot of mobs, kill a lot of boss, like not bosses, but like the map bosses.
Mm-hmm.
But like all like the real pinnacle stuff, usually like the masters of like the big thing, that league, we never really kill it. It goes into a dormant state or it pieces the fuck out, like or it goes into shadow, or it might come back later. You know what I mean? Like I think it's more of like, hey, I'm testing you real quick. Hold on, can I take over y'all bit like y'all place? And then like they try it, and then like they get fucked up.
It's like an Avengers movie.
Yeah. It's just like a
There's
whole bunch
always
of
one
tests.
bigger baddie that's coming.
Yeah, it's a test, and it's a whole bunch of trials, and it's like that's the secret lore of PoE is that we're just like it's a marvel that all these like big ass beings are coming to test if they can take over.
Mm.
We're like the sword in the stone.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why, but I would want. I'm just complaining at this point, but can we have a league in which we're not being put to the test?
What would be the point of the league, dude?
The
Look at
concept, that concept behind it
no
is not
no
like we're
no
putting
no
you on
no
the test. More, it
no.
more be more like
Harvest, bro. We had a harvest league. What do you want?
we didn't have heist. Yeah, we had a heist league too. Heist isn't
Yeah,
really
like,
about being tested. It's more
no,
about
that was
you
about
want to
getting
rob some
rich.
shit. Let's go rob some shit, bro.
Like, we had harvest. We had expedition. Like, come on! You can't say that everything is a test. No, there's
All
got
right,
a
I take
couple
that
things
back.
that are
I
just
take
like,
that back.
yeah.
I take that back. I'm just
We had like trial master, but that's
ritual
literally his whole thing. He was just like, "Yo,
trial
show up
master.
to my arena and see
Yeah,
what's
trial
up."
master. Look at that. Come on, son. Stop. It's the trial master.
Like, nah, dude.
Everything's
Because
trial.
we went to his arena and he was just like, "What? You want to get pieced up too?" Like,
Everyone does the labyrinth, the lab, and everything Izaro says. Just testing you. It's like, come on, man. Like, have we not proven ourselves already? Have we not?
no, because each time the league is new, for new characters. Come on, that's why they do the
All right,
wife.
all right, I guess so. So now Navali has taken all our silver coins. I guess she
And
paid
then
her
no,
way
no,
to
no,
the undead, gave it to
yes,
her boss, and we're like, you know what? These guys
no.
need to be tested.
This is what I think, right? So this is honestly what I believe. Like I know this is a lot of reaching and a lot of headcanon that I'm giving away today. But I think Navali like was collecting those coins in in terms for prophecies, doing the whole thing, being a hustler on the side of the street selling oranges or wiping windows or you know what I mean, like doing her thing. So she found a niche of prophecies, was collecting these little silver coins, and then she finally got enough to make like 3 or 4 bets in the trial.
Wow.
And then she got to the point where they're just like, all right, we'll allow you to make a team. And then she was just like, yo, I know just the motherfucker. like, like think about it. It makes sense. It might not be like,
Navali's just a hustler. She's just
dude,
a she's
that's what I
a
think.
was she one of those born of bookies? She a bookie.
She's a bookie.
She a UFC bookie.
She's like, I know just the person to help me make a team. So
That
that's what she does.
motherfucker is crazy.
That dude is crazy. Dude, you should see the realms this dude is extinguished. You're sure he'll follow the rules, though? Oh, yeah.
Nah, she probably didn't say nothing. She's like, yeah, I think I know someone. Like, are they strong? Yeah, they're right. They're right.
All right, yeah.
They're right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's putting all the bets on us.
Like, dude, I don't know, man. I think I love these little things where like they disappear and then the company reuses them in a different way because this gives room for headcanon and fun jokes. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, they did
Like,
it.
if it's
They've
something
done
just
it.
new
They've done it.
jackass.
It's a key feature in everything they've done so far. They've I feel like we're dissing them, but they've reused almost every aspect of characters. They reused the masters. They reused the syndicate.
When did they reuse Syndicate?
Well, the syndicate used to be the masters. That used to give you
Well,
crafts.
but wait. Okay, hold on.
So the syndicate.
So wait. I understand.
Right.
What you're saying. I
Right.
do understand what you're saying.
Right.
My thing is, but I don't know. Can we make an argument for that being progression of a story, and not just like slapped with like a really, I don't know, dude. Like I think like you said, like you saying that kind of. I don't know. I don't know if I side with that. Like I think
No.
if I introduce some characters and I really want to continue telling the story, and every league we keep getting new shit that happens, right? And they just like, you know what? No, like the next one can be about these guys.
Maybe the lore is not clicking in my head, but there wasn't really a good explanation as to why the masters went from being your friend, helping you craft shit to
No. So this is again, this might be my headcanon, but I don't think they did that at all. I think they do all this shit for you. They get betrayed by, I think, who is it, Zana?
I don't remember. I don't remember the
I think
lore.
I think they get betrayed by someone in the lore. She recruits you to go and start fucking up the new shit that they're making because they're just like, you know what, fuck y'all, we're out. We're gonna just go and like go and do our own shit. Like I don't know. I might be
it's
thinking
kind of like
about this
Navali
in, like
though.
real world.
But it was
Like
kind
I
of
might be
it
go
was kind
ahead.
of like Navali in the sense where they disappeared for a while, like 2 or 3,
Right.
and then they
And
came
then
back and they did the Forsaken Masters and the Syndicate.
yeah,
all
and
this
they're
shit.
just
And it's
like, yo, we're now we went underground. We said peace. We're tired of this shit. Like I don't know. I think it's I don't know. I
But
think that's cool.
I mean, I guess it's hard to qualify. Like, what qualifies as reusing stuff?
Like I would consider it
But this
if
is
it
my
didn't add anything, right?
this is
If
my
it didn't add anything unique.
this is what I'm
Or
asking. How far ahead are they planning this shit? Because
well, the thing is,
if they already like if they come all right, so Navali's here, or they already have a plan for Navali where she's gonna be doing this, and then 3 leagues
if
down
you
the
write,
road she's gonna disappear
I'm
again.
not a writer, but I assume that if you write with rules, right? I think this is why, like, no, seriously. If this is why if like the Star Wars canon works the way it does, why there's a million fucking Star Wars novels, and all of them are technically canon, is because when they're written, they're written to be aspects of rules about certain things in certain areas that are not to be written in corners or to limit the power of certain things. And I think if you have a lore that's basically like wrapped up and everybody that does work on these things, because I don't know if it's like one writer that writes the entirety of League, or not the League, but of PoE.
No, it's
I
a
don't know.
team. It has to be a team.
Right. So you have a few writers that are working together in conjunction, but all of them are functioning under the same general rule set that if I do something with someone, that it has to be under this particular rule set where they can't get this strong or they can't do these particular things. Therefore, we can bring them back up later. Like, I think that's just a smart move to do. Like, it allows you not to sit there and worry about like bringing someone back. Because you're like, well, what did she do? Like, well, we deactivated Navali, and no one has been doing anything with that for a little bit. So now we can expand on her lore a little bit more and be like, yeah, she went to this underground fighting ring where she's been just like betting on these motherfuckers, and then now gets to make her team. Like, who knows? Like, and even if it is one of those things where like they pulled it out of their ass, like it does it really matter?
No, I mean, I don't. It doesn't. think I think just having a new league and new shit to play is just.
I think it's just fantastic. I'm
Yeah,
always excited for more
yeah,
PoE,
exactly.
bro.
So it's like whatever, but
Like, and the thing is like I really do enjoy some of the lore. Like, Cirrus is by far, with how little they actually tell you about the human before and the transformation, he's one of my favorites. To this day, I still listen to his voice lines. I enjoy the actor. He sold the fuck out of that performance, and like his little lead up to him becoming the Awakener was just a very understandable and simple story
he
that just
woke
like,
as fuck.
well, so
He's the
do you know Cirrus'
he's the
lore?
original definition of woke,
You know Cirrus' lore, right?
roughly.
He, Zana, and Al Hazim and all them go looking for Elder. Elder is way fucking stronger when they find him than they thought. Elder just basically like one taps Cirrus and sucks his soul, sticks him into a crystal for like 1,000 years until he like loses his fucking mind. And throughout this whole time, like there's somehow, I don't know how, like this isn't actually explained, or maybe it is and I missed it. But I think we might be finding like pieces of his journal like as he's like locked in this, which doesn't really make sense. Like maybe like a mental imprint or some shit. Like, but it basically like documents like his descent into madness, like over 5 or 6 like little of these little logs, and it through his eyes it looks like he's betrayed by Zana and the group, when it turns out that just like they all showed up and the strongest one of them sacrificed himself to save someone else, and like he sees it as a betrayal because they left.
Mm.
Like, and then of course stewing in that for 1,000 years in like a near form of stasis, as the Elder is like corrupting you through his like timey-wimey like
And let me
shit.
guess, we wake him up.
No, maybe no, it is. Yeah, because you end up going into the Atlas and you come in, because he doesn't like wake up that moment, and this is like what we're dealing with.
I think our going into the Atlas interfering with it
No,
doesn't that.
what happens is the Elder ends up conquering the other Al Hazim and all of them. Like, he finds them, corrupts them too. Zana is the only one that gets out of the Atlas. So she goes and tries to find a new team, us, to go back in and kill them, and then kill Cirrus. And then Cirrus ends up not necessarily completely succumbing to the aspect that he was given, because he ends up having like some rudimentary control over the Four. Like, it's neat. Like, it's a neat lore. Like,
It's complex.
it does. Like, it's a neat lore though, and I liked it.
For
For a game where you just killed it.
they've carved out such a complex lore, and they haven't done it from like the beginning. They've like slowly like just carved into like a goddamn cool totem this complex lore of like just a web of shit that's going on, and how
It is.
subtle things that are not really related to each other still are somewhat like the fact that they have Elder, Shaper, Sirius, then they have Maven and Pinnacle. Like they the way they've been able to like just weave everything together. Like they're kind of independent, but every now and then they kind of mix and match. Then they kind
They
of
show up and have fun with each other.
yeah. Like the whole thing when they started mixing Elder and Shaper, it was like what the fuck.
Oh yeah, dude. As a matter of fact, still one of the cooler fights is basically Uber Elder, where Shaper and Elder there just kind of doing their thing. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then you realize that Elder, I can't remember if it's Elder or Shaper that's Xana's father.
Now they didn't. This is not an expansion, correct? This is just a new league.
Yes.
Which they're not gonna actually change any of the end game bosses. No pinnacle bosses. No So we can't expect to fight a pinnacle boss from this, but like most league mechanics will have a boss. Right.
I believe so. I don't know, dude. Now, I know. All right. So, for those of y'all who are listening, we are going to get to watching the trailer. We're just doing a lot of speculation right now because this trailer was kind of short, and we want to like just kind of lay some interesting groundwork of like where we're at thinking about these types of things. And I find it intensely awesome that they have Uber bosses. And I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be an Uber version of this league mechanic. And I don't think it's hard to have one. And I know you might disagree with me, but
it's too premature.
Dude. I like no, because I think I don't know. I don't know if we ever came to like a real consensus on whether you like Uber bosses or the concept of them. So
I think I said it in an earlier episode about I find the concept of Uber, and I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I find the concept of Uber versus kind of lazy. But I understand their purpose. Like the purpose is just to give the top 1% like one more challenge to do.
A little bit something else to do.
Yeah. So I get that, but I feel like it's lazy because like you're just adding fuck loads more of like HP and like
HP mechanics
and it's just like Uber. And it's just kind of like why don't you just introduce a stronger boss? Like it's just
because then you end up having content that like a sizable, especially when you think about like Ubers, right? A sizable portion of the player base doesn't get to the normal side of that boss.
Most of player base don't even get to maps.
Right. So you know what I mean? So it just ends up being another thing that a whole bunch of fucking players are never gonna see.
Well, yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like I don't think of it as lazy. I think of it as one of those things where it's like it's not. They usually add a little bit more lore. They usually have.
There's no lore explanation for why the Ubers exist, though.
Yes, there is.
Is it?
At least for Maven.
So there's a different explanation why regular Maven exists and why Uber Maven exists?
Yes. Because they're the same entity. It's what's entity. So the thing is all right.
Let's not go down this rabbit hole. No,
okay.
I'll research that after, but I'm just curious as to like what would the lore explanation like. It's just I honestly thought originally that the Uber bosses was just like a difficulty tick of like doing hard mode versus doing regular.
But they exist in canon because, for instance, Maven, when you kill Maven, she's never dead. She reverts back to the brain state inside the what's it called because she is a higher tier being or whatever the fuck, and we can't physically kill her.
Right.
And then based on what we allow her to witness, she's able to learn, and then when we beat her, she forgets again. So she's like an infinitely recurring baby.
It's like a roofie.
Right.
don't remember.
So that's why Uber, Uber her exists, because like think about what Uber her like the way to get Uber for her is you have to do Twisted, the Feared,
Yeah.
all those types of things to get the Crescent Splinters. So like she's witnessing like the bigger fights and seeing more and understanding that she's going further with her learning.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? So
So
I think that makes sense.
so to your earlier point about the boss for you to say they use him when it's a boss, they usually say something. They didn't say anything about if the Child of Answers has bosses. I have a boss.
I have no
Like they when they
other choice
introduce
but to assume there's a boss.
when they introduced Trial
Everyone
Master, when they introduced what was it, Sanctum?
yeah.
They say Taskmaster. Was it Taskmaster?
No, I
I'm
know who you're
losing.
talking about. The Lady of the Sanctum. Yeah.
They use it like kind of give you a preview, like, oh, this is the boss. But they didn't do that for Trial.
They didn't do that for Expedition either.
That's true, and
And
there is a
Expedition
boss there too.
there's 4. Expedition has 4 bosses.
In
They didn't
situations
do
where
it.
it has
They didn't
bosses like
go
that, do you
regardless.
consider them mini bosses or just regular bosses?
I'm biased. I am really biased to Expedition. I think Expedition, like mechanics wise, and like the payoff of getting to do all the bosses for the different emblems, I thought that was such a cool experience, and all the boss fights are actually different from one another and challenging in their own way. Like I thought each of those was worthy of being called a boss, 100%.
Okay.
Like but then again, I just thought the theme like was cool.
So we could expect at least one of that types for maybe the champion ball, the champion team will be like
Go
all
ahead.
of the champions will be like bosses.
I'm hoping, like, because that would mean 11 bosses. Like that would be so cool. But I'm thinking it might be like mini bosses or unique enemies and one boss, because you had the one green lady in the chair. Shall we queue it up?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
We only talk for 30 minutes, talking nonsense.
Hey, well, half nonsense. And
Yeah.
the thing is it has something to do with it. Like we're speculating, trying to set common ground of what we think is good. Who knows if Chris Wilson listens to small things like this?
Last question before I have queued it up. I wonder why they went with the what is it, Karui?
Karui, yeah.
So are they saying now that they're gonna start delving into like racial cultures?
Expedition did. Each one of the scythe, like for instance, Tujin, he's the one that collects the black scythe ones. That the black scythe artifacts are from a civilization. The sun ones, and all of those are from a different civilization. That from looking at the remnants, Danning can tell whose civilization is what. So they already have done civilization-based expansions in a way. So I don't think that'd be a bad thing. Like the PoE lore is huge.
All right, go play it.
Got you. Oh wait, are we not screen sharing?
Oh yeah, sharing screen.
Yeah, I was like, wait, hold on.
Hold up.
Forgot. Are you sure I'm the one under coffee?
No, I didn't have no coffee today, so I may be
Okay.
running on fumes. Ready? You see it?
Oh, I got big coffee. The other coffee. Yeah, I see it. I want that bow.
You got a spear. Let's pause it
Ooh,
right there.
pause. Yeah. So we got some very interesting faces here. I love this. This is now. I'm pretty sure that's Navali,
There's
right?
definitely a bow.
That's well, there is a bow in there, but hold up. Well, we'll get to that. That is Navali, correct?
It looked like her.
It kind of looks like Navali.
It looked like her. And we're talking about this one right here. This character right there.
And then, shall we point out the crazy ass green monster in the back? Because
Yeah.
I didn't notice it until right now.
Yeah,
Holy
so
shit.
this is must be like the king on the underworld, or maybe the king of
The
this
trial.
arena, whatever the hell this is. Because look, there's fingers, there's 2 feet right here. There's I don't know what the fuck this is, some kind of mask or some shit. And then
Maybe
you
it's
can
its actual face.
then that dude needs a haircut. Then this guy, he got mushrooms growing out his head.
Right. Think about everything we fight, bro. Like it's always a grotesque ass fucking like amalgamation of whatever. Well, except Cirrus. Cirrus till the end remained kind of sexy, didn't he?
He was kind of slender.
See, and he didn't look all like cracked out. That was his aspect that was all cracked out. So, all right, maybe I'm wrong.
But so there's I'm noticed that some of these characters are wearing the actual uniques that we get.
Right, but they didn't show the bow.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'm going to assume because most of these characters have the things that we can probably get, and that you can see later on in the video, that you can probably get a bow too. You probably can get this bow that she got.
I hope so. I always love seeing bows. I feel like what was it? What was the last one? It was the one that made it to where like you only do chaos damage or some shit. Fun concept. I love what they do with bows. So each of those dudes is going to be like a little team master, I guess, team leader.
I think these are some of the fighters that you can recruit. Honestly,
I think it can be both, right? For instance,
I don't know.
No, because like if we're going into fight with the team that we make, why wouldn't they?
So who's the composition of the team then?
Well, because the turtle that we're gonna get and things like that aren't here, right? So there's gonna be I'm sure these might be like hero units.
So you can replay it if anything. See, that's one of the champions right there.
Right, that you're against, but that's you.
That's them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have some stuff that can help you kite. They got shit.
So
Avoid summoning meteors.
Oh.
Yep. Scary.
Comparison. Damn, I'm trying to catch it like when it's zoomed in. Let me see if I can actually.
Navali. Oh, not only is Navali a bookie, she's top bookie.
Yeah, she's the promoter. She's the promoter. So this creature has 4 arms.
Yes.
And look at the face.
Yeah, you can see it. It's below the third eye, I guess.
So that green shit might be its eye.
Yeah. Dude, I think that right there, boss. Look at the tendrils. We're that like think about how that like will influence an arena. Like I think it does. I think that's a perfect little thing for a boss. I hope we get to fight her. Then again, I hope to fight Kalandra too, but we never did. So
we're obviously fighting for. Oh wait, I just noticed something. Look at the outskirts of the arena.
All the big units watching.
Are those like other champions?
I'm assuming those are the ones that aren't like chosen, right?
Currently fighting.
Right. So then they're up there watching because again they're team captains.
Okay.
At least that's my thought. Again, no, I don't have any insider information. Don't at me, son. I'm sorry.
But we obviously fighting for this green shit, this green purple shit, for his either his enjoyment or his pleasure or for whatever reason that we're fighting for. And Navali's the promoter. I just noticed this random ass NPC sitting there. And I'm like, wait, is that a champion or is this just a random NPC on the left
Which
hand
one?
side? The
The
girl.
one, the doll. Yeah. Oh no, she's firing.
Yeah, but she's firing, but doesn't look. She doesn't look like a. Look at this other guy. He doesn't look like a champion. Looks just like a regular fighter. All right.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's just like a base tier or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you must get. So you. No.
You have 16 spots. It looks like, and it looks like the first 4 on in the 2 middle will run at the other side, and then the other ones will try to like flank, and then you have defenders that are doing shit. You know what I mean? Like it's. I think this is cool looking.
Honored Sage. So yeah, they might have some like basic classes that you can choose. And if you look, actually, look at the arena. It actually shows you some of the champions that are going to be chilling.
Right? Yeah, yeah. You have the turtle up in the top. See, and then you have the 3 of the same dude here. You see? Notice on the other team, on the enemy team. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's the hard hitter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you see, like that's what I mean. Like, and then notice. Oh shit! Notice you have all the team leaders that are watching on the side, even from this view.
Yeah.
So you can see who you're not fighting.
Like it's kind of hard to tell. Like yeah.
Kind of hard to tell, yeah. But...
So this person puts the.
Yep, putting their warriors and get stuff that's probably going to be in good space. Now, this is the thing that I was kind of like. I don't know if I feel good about or bad about, because in what trial do you know that you get to choose your fucking opponent? I was kind of hoping this to be like a tournament arc. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
you
but
work
in this
you work up the chain, the what you call that, the brackets.
Yeah, like, but this is more like, oh yeah, fight this team and you win 3 chaos. Fight this one and you get a fracturing orb shard or a fracturing shard. Like, it's cool. I like seeing the reward I'm getting. I like that. GGG if you're listening. Positive. Thumbs up. Show me rewards. I like seeing what I'm gonna get, because I like seeing what I'm gonna lose when I fail.
Bitch knowing about it,
dude. I exactly. It's like it's the spawn of feeling.
I like the fact that you get to finally fight Calm.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
I mean, you fight him in a story, but this is like actually him and
actual him. Yeah. Oh, it didn't show if it's Navali.
Where?
No, notice they didn't show the Navali character on this little thing.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is like a different section.
Right. Like, this would be very interesting if I could see that it is indeed Navali standing next to her. But
zoomed in, so we may be able to walk around. So it might be like the Rogue Harbor.
Yeah, that's because they did say that you have to use the coins that you find to go to the place. Now this I find interesting for a few reasons. One, I wonder if there is like a low stat build that you can make by removing stats by turning them into tattoos. And then you basically have like a reverse Omni situation going. You know what I mean?
I was thinking the same thing, where I feel like this league Omni is gonna be super expensive.
No. It can't be.
Or is it Ashes? The one that gives you a bunch
of
stats.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, Omni doesn't necessarily give you stats. Omniscience, crystallized omniscience turns the stats that you have into a single stat that are added up. Now, all of your equipment will have a certain threshold of the stats combined, and like so. Too long didn't read. Basically, more stats, way better. The more stats you have, the more penetration and all that shit that you're getting from the amulet. The thing is now these will remove stats. So if you're running an Omni, you're probably not going to meet a lot of the requirements for a lot of the gems and gear that you're trying to wear. So this like is one of those things where like if you this is good for like the average player that will end up with 500 decks for no particular reason, that they don't have the super duper specific stat that really maximizes that. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
So they
definitely
have
gonna be for stat stackers. Stat stackers.
Right.
Like it's not the tattoo's not gonna be good for them.
Right, because like I imagine some of these are going to be absolutely crazy. Because I
Well,
think
the big one is the +1 to all skills.
like yeah, like I'm wondering
That's
what else.
gonna be a mandatory one to
I don't know
spec
if it's going to
into.
be. I don't think it's going to be mandatory.
For a lot of people's a lot of people gear damage scales off the skill gem.
Yeah,
Skill
but
gem.
the thing, it's one of those things
And most people pass a 30, like an easy 30. They could just one skill gem literally gives you +1 to all skill gem, intelligence or strength based or dex based.
I think like a mandatory is more along the lines of like you must take this. I think it's more along the lines that it'll be good.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
like
saying
not must, and more like in the sense of like
it'll
as you
definitely
go from
probably
budget to
be.
mid tier to end tier, like part of that
Yeah,
process is gonna be like you need to pick up this 30
but
and get yourself a tattoo that does that.
my curiosity of it lies with which one of them will be best in slot for which builds. Because I'm wondering, because there obviously we can think of a couple examples if we sat here and actually looked at the numbers, but not all gems scale with gem levels the same way that they do with like quality. So if they have a 30 that gives you quality to specific subset of like say dexterity gems or something like that might end up being a best in slot for someone else. I'm wondering what the other options are going to be for the big
I'm
ones.
glad that they didn't limit it. Like you can only put like kind of how they did jewels, where it's like you can
Yeah,
only use 2 dudes. Like you can use them, get as many tattoos as you want. It's just gonna
you're going to be removing your stats every time you do.
yeah.
Which certain pieces of gear like what is it, Astromantis, the one that can give you up to like 116 in all stats, that might end up being an
Astromantis?
answer. Astromantis. It's an amulet. It's just
You mean
basically
astrolabe?
no.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Astrolabe. Okay, no, that's not
No.
it. I'm not finding anything called Astro.
How are you not finding it, friend?
Astro. Oh, Astra.
Here.
Is it Astra?
Here.
I'm not seeing it. I don't know why. Astra. I was putting Astro like an Astro.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
like, why am I not seeing this? Yeah. See,
Yeah, Astromentus is like this might become the amulet for a lot of like budget go-tos because I don't think I've ever seen this amulet above like 200 300 chaos.
it's definitely anything that gives you raw stats and you can replace your small passes with a specific stat, whatever it is gonna become that niche. Like the one that they showed is like the movement speed, increased movement speed.
Yeah.
I bet you how much you gonna bet someone's gonna max out movement speed.
Bro, it's gonna be the coolest thing ever.
They're gonna just choo, 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 just zoop everywhere.
It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna
like
whatever.
these are the things that I love because all I'm seeing is them being like, hey, look, we understand that you're strong. You want to be stronger? Like, I'm so down. I love it when they do this. Give me player power. I come
You
here
can
to
mix and
kill
match them
shit.
too, so which is cool.
Yeah.
All right, stop here.
Now, yep. I don't see a bow.
But I'm
Where's my
saying that
bow?
most of these, I wish I can pull it side by side. But if you look at the other one, they're everything that's here is being worn by some of those people in the
Yeah, yeah,
champions.
but the one that had the bow didn't look like a main champion.
So I have to
If
assume.
you if you know what I mean.
No, it's look, bro. You see my mouse?
Yes,
That's the bow, right there.
that's not the bow.
It's the bow.
That's just no. Look, no. Go back. A little bit more. All right. You see? No. Move your no. Move your mouse to the right.
Shit.
No. Yeah. Move your mouse to the right. To the right. That item. It's the same
No,
fucking item. Yeah.
no.
It's just
Look,
no,
it's
no, no,
red
no.
here.
It's, no,
It's
no.
red
It's
here.
the same type of item. Look at it.
You might be right.
It's the same type of fucking item. I know what I'm looking at. I know what a bow looks like.
Uh, maybe like a weird axe or some shit.
We got 5 different axes, no bow.
Hold up. They didn't really explain this. Nah, this is
That
the
they're putting
Atlas tree.
more Atlas keystones.
Yeah, they put it. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought something different.
I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait, dude. Oh, I'm so fucking hyped.
I'm very curious about the two support gems.
I am too, but at the same time, nothing kills my hype for rebalances or changes to expedition. And then
Guardians
bringing
revamp.
back, yeah, Guardian and yeah, Chieftain getting blitzy changed. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. They don't. Even when they fuck up, the league is always pretty decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe one or two lackluster
Yeah, not something
leagues,
that doesn't
but
blow your
I
mind.
think you still can just do the other content. Like you don't have to. Like especially if you're a new player. Yeah, you're not playing. You're not. Maybe you don't like the league content, but if you're a new player, that means you never played any of the other content that's available, and you could just go do that. Like you could just go do expedition. If you've never
Yeah.
done expedition, go just do it. Go do expedition. You can ignore the trial of ancestors altogether.
Yeah. Or you can go do Blight or Delve
Mm-hmm.
or Heist. Like there's a million things to do in the game, and they're bringing back Sanctum. Like, oh, dude, I love when the game gives you a whole bunch of shit to do, and all of them are almost equally valid.
Have you decided what you're going?
I don't know. I'm really, really, really leaning onto Poison SRS because I really want to make a dedicated Sanctum runner. I loved Sanctum after I got used to it, and I'm really curious how they changed it. And if I go Poison SRS, I can swap to a lot of different content. If it ends up not panning out to the, because you know when they re-release the league content, they change it in certain ways, and maybe how they change it isn't what I like, and then I'll just go to Expedition and make, instead of Poison SRS, Explodey SRS. Like, so I have a lot of pivot that I can do with that kind of build.
Okay.
So maybe that. Or you know what? No. I'm gonna go glacial. No. I'm gonna go glacial cascade. You know why?
Why?
Because I promised you that this league I was gonna make a melee.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep, I didn't. I almost forgot, but I didn't actually forget. So
Wait, isn't
yeah,
Glacial Cascade?
it's a melee.
I thought that was Ice Break.
Is it?
Yeah, Glacial Cascade isn't the that's a spell.
Doesn't mean it's not melee.
True. I guess I'm thinking about the one that just goes, it shoots out like spikes and going forward. Isn't that?
Yeah, but they originate from like you.
Because I'm thinking about
And it's like
I'm
here,
thinking about Ice Crash. That's what I'm thinking about.
right?
The one you're
But
slamming it for all.
right, yeah, no, this is it's slightly
I
different.
wonder why they changed. I
I
wonder why.
actually guess I have to run this by you if you would consider like this melee. Like the first like 10 seconds shows you the build. So 11 seconds.
I don't think that's a melee, dude.
All right, fine.
I don't think that's a melee. I don't. Just looking at it, I don't think it's a fucking melee.
I don't know, man. Come on, like
I
it's a flipping raider.
I just I don't think I don't think that
It's
qualifies.
it's it's all right, all
It
right,
could be
all
a
right, all right.
marauder for all I give a fuck.
No,
It's
all
not.
right, all right, all right, all right,
He's just
all right.
casting
I'll make
spells.
that's what else is like. All right, fine. All right, all right. Wait. So, can I go cyclone again?
Yeah, as long as it's a melee skill, yeah,
All
that's
right,
fine.
cool. I'll go cyclone. I'll go. As a matter of fact, I'll go cyclone because I wanted to go trigger. Wait. Okay.
If you, as long as your main skill is a melee skill, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
So does the as when you say main skill, does it mean
Like your
main
main.
damage? Like, because
It's
if I
hard.
go cast on something, does that count? Like if I go like cast on crit ice
Yeah,
spear?
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. As long as I understand the rules, like can no spell be involved? Like
No,
is
I mean, because
that
that's
limits
his
the art?
path. You know, this is path of exile. You can
Yeah.
do it as long as whatever you're doing is, if for example, cast on crit, right?
Hmm.
But the crit has to come from your main skill, you know, to
Okay, cool.
right, because
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then that's a melee skill. So if it's cyclone, then you're casting a crit while doing cyclone, and it's casting a bunch of other shit while you're doing it.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do that. Because trigger bots, that was really calling to me this league, but I ignored the call. So I'm gonna heed the call this next league. Go trigger bots with Cyclone. There.
Trigger.
There. It's
The
done,
names
son.
that they choose for some of these builds is crazy.
Yeah. Like it was one of the new things that they introduced in Crucible, I think. And I saw it and I was like, dude, that looks really fucking cool. But I don't know. I think I wanted to try the lightning arrow changes and didn't like the lightning arrow changes. Swapped
Yeah.
over to Toxic Rain and then to Totem Explode. And then people figured out lightning arrow after I had swapped over, so I just stuck with Totem Explode.
What was wrong with it? What was
I just wasn't, dude. I don't know, man. I guess
Well,
I'm
you said
just
they
shit.
figured it out. What was
Oh,
the?
like they just figured the build. Like all of a sudden, like Lightning Arrow was like the big thing. I don't know what they did. I didn't look into it. I was a little too salty.
Got it. Well, I wonder what they changed. Taking a step sideways. The look for the silver coins. They changed their icon.
Did they?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that's what they look like.
No, it was used to be like a purplish
Was it? All
coin.
right. Let's see if this is a Mandela effect. All right. They did very, very slightly.
Yeah.
Very slightly. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to say that they didn't change it, that the lighting did.
It's nighttime.
It's
Looks
nighttime because it's shiny in the old one because it looks like there's light shining on it
So
that's like purple
okay,
and
so
shit.
the enemies that fight
Oh,
on your side that you choose are not the team captains. You get to
no,
fight the team captains, which looks like honored warrior sage is what you get and eventually unlock to fight on your side, and the turtles
right?
and all the tatatura
Yeah, you
shit.
get turtles and yeah, you get all your little spoot and stuff. And then you have these cast attack. Yeah, cool. So you have like idols that you can put in those slots. I imagine. No. You give them to the creature.
The
Cool.
creatures, yeah. And each one of the creatures can have one. So the sage, the warrior, storm card. As long as you have the equipment, they can use it. There's a lot of shit going on right here.
There is a lot of shit going on. I love abilities that look like that. Orb, just orb abilities. They're just so cool to me. I don't know why. I have
That's
a
a
fascinating.
ice. That's an ice meteor, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, like well, I think it gets bigger and just explodes. Like it's just an ice nuke. Yeah, see, it wasn't a bow.
Wait, what?
See, no, go down right there. That's the items that you were pointing out, and there's like that's a
Oh,
bow.
that's the tattoos.
I don't see a bow. I want
So,
GG to know
damn,
that
look,
I am always
increase
upset if there's no new bow.
increase
Uh,
reservation,
nice.
intel.
Intelligence, movement speed. Yo, hold up. Stay on that one. Hold up. Grants trigger level summon 20 Spirit of Utula on taking a savage hit from a unique enemy.
I don't think you want to go around getting taking for savages unless you're like,
RF.
yeah.
That might be good for someone like a certain spinny son of a bitch.
Unlock a
That item.
yeah, the lock.
Wait, what?
This is the one
On
that's gonna
please.
increase
What is that first word? On
using
elsing?
on using.
Thank you. It's not quite clear on my screen.
Yeah, it's probably there.
On using an orb of chance on an
This is
item.
the
Oh,
this is the
that's
mage
the other.
blood and
Yeah.
the
Well, no. You see, this is gonna be like
headhunter creator.
right, but this is gonna be like what's it called? What do you call them? Ancient orbs.
Now, is this? You think this is the only tattoos, or this is the ones that they just revealed?
I'm hoping those are just the ones they
Because no way they
revealed.
just did all to one intelligence. They didn't do the other ones.
Well, maybe. I hope so. No, I'm kidding.
That'd be fucking bullshit.
I know. What's the one directly left?
This one.
Where
Increase
does it say?
reservation efficiency.
Oh, wow. That, I'm not gonna lie, is incredibly strong. As a matter of fact, that's like that's bonkers. That helps ward loop a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. That makes it to where you no longer need a like 10 to 15 divine belt to run ward loop like really good. That means that you need like a 3 divine belt and like 2 of those. 3 if you want to go with like a 1 divine belt. Like that's actually huge. Wow. Cool. Ooh,
This
new item.
crazy. No, you already saw this one. This is the crazy Russian
hits are
roulette
all-
belt.
Yeah. Your hits are always critical strikes. Hits against you are always like yeah. I think that's interesting. I don't know why I would ever use it, but I think it's interesting.
You gotta be just hyper aware of your debuffs.
Oh, in PoE? No way I'm juggling debuffs, bro. The fuck out of here with that.
Like right before you go into a pack, just look at your debuff. Nope. Let me just back up a little bit and then go back in.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. That's like, you know how people were complaining because you can pick up a headhunter buff that would just brick you and kill you? Yeah, it's like watching for that buff. Oh,
This amulet kind of I don't know what
4.4.
I don't know what they
Notice
had
it
in
doesn't have
mind.
a level. It doesn't have a level. 36 increases.
So you think it's a leveling unique?
Yeah, life flash while used on low life apply instantly and instantly. Yeah. That's I think. Well, yeah, because even look at this. It's a level 53 item. That other one must be a leveling unique. Even that's a level 16. Increased armor, recover. Wow, that's a lot of armor on a belt. Recover 3% life on
No, this
kill.
is a plate. This is a chest.
Oh, okay. Wow, why did I think a belt?
It's
My
a strength
brain.
plate.
I'm high. How much maximum life?
8, 5, 8. I'm gonna assume that's the max roll.
It might be, but that's.
Supposed to be. It's supposed to help
I
you
don't
replace
like
the
that.
max the life rolls of all the other equipment.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
I
Well,
don't
oh
like.
wait.
If you could
All
quality
right,
up,
I can think of that of a build or two that would fix my issue. Okay, especially if you double corrupt it and get a max life roll.
yeah. I wonder why they only put 4 stats on this though.
That's a lot of life. Like literally, like consider this for a second. The max you can enchant your item with is 50. That's a lot of life. That's that's they said it's there to replace all the rolls on your other items. Yeah. Most people don't have that much life on the rolls on their other items.
But that's if there are no life modifiers on other equipment. So
Right,
you have to
but that's the whole
strategically make
point.
sure that it doesn't roll life.
Dude, are you telling me that you think it's hard to find damage items rather than any item with life on it? Nah, that's good. That's a buff. Oh, the Herald of the Scourge drops 2 for target. Unknown Sanctum cannot be used in the roll 5 that are destroyed when applied to a Sanctum. Okay, one left. Resolver. Okay, so they're bringing back some relics.
I know that you can recover ages.
Gain 9 inspiration when you receive an affliction. Oh! This is the map.
Yeah, sanctum research.
21. Oh, dude, and it actually tells you everything. Forbidden Trove. What is that? Uh,
Uh,
take this to the Tome to
so
Divinia.
doesn't say much.
Okay, cool. Maybe that's something. I don't know. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at it. No I'm kidding. Yeah, I can't. Think. The outside area is no longer corrupted, which
And
means
you
you can
know,
roll.
I'm gonna say this because I have to say this. Like
Uh
they're getting closer and closer to our league mechanic.
huh.
They're getting very close to it. Like now you can re-roll areas with this shit.
You know what? You're right. They're getting there. The Maven summons have. Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that. Makes farming Maven a little easier if you get credit for all of them. Frigid Bond and returning projectiles.
What's
Uh,
the
I
skill?
I'm really
Spectral
upset,
throw.
dude.
Spectral throw. This
Yeah.
kind of makes spectral throw obsolete.
No. What if it makes it return one more time?
I'll tell you right now, this gem alone is gonna create at least 100 more builds.
Oh, I know, but Nimmies did the same thing. Do you remember that?
Which one?
Nimmies?
Ninnies?
Nimmies. I'll send you another link.
As a support gem?
No.
Or as an item?
Yes.
Okay. I don't memorize all the item names. It's impossible. But
Sorry.
I don't even memorize them if I use them in the build.
Well, the reason I used this in a build, and then this was like a really popular ender to most
Oh, I
projectile
see.
builds. So then what they ended up doing is they added a node on the tree that replicated Nimmies without the Nimmies. And now they added a support gem to it. Or not to it, but they added a support gem. So I'm thinking they saw how expensive Nimmies got, and they were like, nah, we don't really want to lock
I can see
like that kind of
I can see a
functionality
melee
behind
build using this though.
Nimmies.
No, the returning projectile support.
Oh well, yeah, I'm going trigger bots. I'm definitely gonna use it. my ice spears are going to be coming back. Like,
There are a lot of builds that can use this shit.
yeah. Maybe I have to use no.
And it gives automatic pierce.
I really shouldn't. Oh, does it?
Yeah, it gives projectiles
Sorry,
from
I'll tap.
supporter skills pierce all targets while returning.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, no, that doesn't give them pierce. That gives them pierce on return. So
Right,
if
but
they don't
all
get
you have
pierce,
to then just make sure you get pierce going,
right,
and then what you can
right,
get
right.
is this fucking clusterfuck of just shit flying around.
Yeah. Well, that's partially why I chose cast on crit or cast on something.
I was gonna
Uh,
ask you
mhm.
the what you think about the whole link thing.
I think that is cool if you had someone that you play the game with at the same exact time for the same exact length. Because the moment that you don't have that person that plays that particular way and like kind of runs off, constantly breaks your link, it becomes more of a burden rather than, oh, this is really fun and OP. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole Guardian like changes that they made felt a little flat to me. Like they made him the link dude.
Yeah. This is well. The thing is, though, I'm pretty sure this makes it to where you can. Let's see, 25% chance to trigger level 20 summon elemental relic when you or a nearby ally kill an enemy. All of this says ally and things of that nature, which means you can animate a guardian. This you can make a killer ass Bob.
Yeah, the two theories that I see coming out of this is that this is
Would you consider this melee if I went Bob?
you said go what?
If I go I'm sorry, I'm using a fucking meme term. If I go animated guardian,
No.
okay. Because I was thinking if it's just me and him and we're running around, he has the hammer, I have a hammer. Yeah,
No, your main attack spell has to
yeah,
be a
yeah.
melee skill. That's the only
Okay.
way.
I'm
See, the thing
just
about
making
Path,
sure.
the difference between Path and other games is that you can't like. I just using D4 as an example. You go D4, you go warrior. You have to warrior shit. Like that's just your
Yeah,
shit. Like in Path, you
I'm
can
gonna
choose a
be a
warrior
melee
and you can
casting
literally
spell.
just start using a bow
Yeah, or casting
or
spells
casting
as long as
spells.
you have
So
that's the awesome thing about
the way
Pat.
the way it determines that you're using a melee build is that your main damage skill has to be a melee. That's the only way.
Okay.
You can do other like your character can be doing other shit while you're still doing
Because
melee.
understand, cast on crit,
Yeah, cast on crit,
I
cast
do
on
like
damage
no
taken.
damage. Oh, whoa! No, I can't do cast when damage taken.
You could do I think
Because if
isn't
that was
there
the case,
cast on block? No.
no,
Shit, you can do
there's a
cast
couple
on
items.
death.
No, I can't again because it's well, no, again I can't because the nothing is triggering cast on death other than my death. I'm not hitting a thing for it.
I'm just
That's just
I'm just saying.
yeah. I understand that I'm self-imposing rules here, but if I can't do because I can't do cast when damage taken because the only way that loop starts is by summoning skeletons. So skeletons dying that triggering forbidden right and forbidden right triggering other
Oh, you're
shit.
talking about a ward loop. No. I'm talking about cast damage taken.
Well,
It's
no,
just
cast when damage taken. Like that's the whole point. Like
well, no, you
if
can
it's,
use
if
other
that becomes the
spells than just looping.
well, yeah.
You just you
Wait,
just you just automatically default to loop.
wait. Is would you consider reap melee?
Honestly, Reap is one of the Reap is the scythe that you throw, right?
Yeah. No. Wait.
It's like a scythe skill. If I'm
I'm
not
trying to think.
mistaken.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I did a Reap build.
Yeah. So
You combine it with Incengi. That's back when Incengi
right,
came out.
but I wouldn't do shit like that. I would turn this into a ward looper. Would you allow that? It's a physical ass spell. I don't know if I
It's
can
a
make it work because
spell, bro.
holy shit, that's a lot of damage to myself.
It's a
I don't think
spell.
it's a physical spell.
It's a spell.
It's a scythe.
You cast it.
It's a scythe.
It's fucking. So is a spectral throw or whatever, a shield
Oh,
throw or whatever.
all right. So you don't consider thrown swords to be melee items. I get it.
No, 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 no. I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference between conjugating an imaginary blood scythe to cut your foes versus
So you'll allow me to play EK?
stop using, stop using.
Ethereal Knives?
Yeah, I guess.
You see? Because I'm throwing knives, right? Melee, I'm throwing a fucking blade.
Right, you're
What
throwing
about
a blade. You're not fucking.
right? What about Bone Shatter? Like you see, I'm sorry, I'm getting dumb and being semantic. I already decided I am going to continue playing Cyclone because I have been wanting to play a cast on crit something, and this will just be a perfect time to do it.
See, bone shatter is fine because see, it sees an attack in a tags, attack, melee, strike, AOE,
All right, yeah. So
duration,
look up
physical.
melee. Look up other melee gems. Can you?
All right, melee gems. All right, so the every gem that has a tag melee in it. Ancestral War Chief, Protector.
Yo, so I can play Ice Crash. I can play
Blade Storm.
I can play Glacial Hammer.
Bone
Wait!
Shatter.
Oh my God! No, I know what I'm gonna play, bro. I'm gonna play Frozen Legion.
Let's see that. This spell consumes multiple cooldowns, uses summons ice statues in a ring. Each statue uses your frozen sweep attack once before vanishing, requires an axe mace. That actually sounds pretty cool.
Like, is this a really cool middle ground?
It's a melee, yeah.
Cool, awesome. I'm so down for this. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing Frozen Legion. No idea what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do all my fucking research later after we get some Baldur's Gate out of our system.
Pestilence Strike.
Oh wait, that comes out this morning, right?
Yes.
When it does, I gotta fucking install it. I wonder if it's ready to. Oh well, things for later.
You're gonna
Sorry.
wait. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait 3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wanted to double check.
Did you look at the link that what's the name sent?
Okay. Right now?
No,
no.
I'm just saying in general. Like, he sent the time to release.
Sorry, I thought you meant there's something pertinent to the situation right now that you linked.
Frozen Legion looks badass. Not thinking about it. Why haven't I seen that before?
This is relatively new.
It looks pretty badass.
It was highlighted though. This was in the trailer.
Is that like it? It sounds to me like what Arena Boy does. What's his name?
Yeah, you have to be a little bit more descriptive, I guess.
The opposite is calm. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. 100%. That's exactly what it is.
Nice.
Like, I saw this and was just like, I thought it was a cool ass skill. I don't know how I'm gonna make it work, and oh my God, I know how I'm gonna make it work.
Now,
I'm gonna make everything explode.
it says here it can be supported by Spell Echo, Unleash, Totems, Traps, or Mines.
Cannot, right?
It says can.
It can.
Oh, this spell cannot be triggered. Supported. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm bugging. I only read the second line. I didn't read the entire line.
You're like, this is bullshit. You can't put it on a mine. No. I the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna have it burn shit. And then I'm gonna spread that burn, and then I'm gonna explode that burn.
All right, hey, all right. So for Trial of the Ancestor, I mean, obviously you can. there's no limit to how many characters you can make, so it's not that big a deal.
This is also true.
Um,
Well, to me there is, because for instance, my Totem Explode character is literally the only character I made this league. It's super new to me. I made a character that was just able to do shit.
any thoughts on Chieftain changes?
Um, not really.
I honestly thought this was going to be a meta build, but I don't think it is.
I think this is what I have to go for my idea of Frozen Legion. This has a lot of fire damage, which usually explodey scale. It has supported by ancestral call. You know what I mean? Like, this has a lot of really good quality of life stuff for what I'm trying to do. So yeah. I think this is good. It's better, dude. I've never considered a chieftain before. Right now, I'll tell you that much.
It's true. You got a point.
This, I'm looking at this. This all looks relatively good. I don't see anything that looks like, oh no, I can't deal with that, or that's terrible. Then again,
It says so the skill the thing before that one, Herald, the War Herald, is 4 strength, which triggers a level 20 Tahor chosen when you attack with a non-veil slam or strikes skill near an enemy.
yeah, I think that's awesome, because I'm definitely going that. And then what I think I'm going to go is the Valaco's Storm Embrace. No, that's 4. Wait, yeah, you can get 2 trees, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4
So
impulse.
I want to go Valaco. For modifiers to maximum fire resist, also apply to maximum cold resist and lightning resist.
I'm honestly thinking Death Fury.
Really?
Yeah,
Neat.
that's a what you call it. Combining that with Herald of Fire hash.
Yeah, Herald of Ash.
Basically, you doing a fuckload of damage after if killed if dies.
Yeah, that also makes it, if I decide to skip out on Valaco's Embrace and just kind of use what could I use instead? There's a couple things that I could use instead for max fire resist or max resist in general, and then switch to Death Fury too. That is actually a good idea for just explode. 5%, 500%. That's a lot. No, right? No.
I'll have to check. I'll have to check what kind of ascendancy to make.
What is it? Writhing Jar that spawns little mobs around you? Right?
Not sure.
I have to check that. Sorry.
On Chieftain?
No. Another item. I'm sorry.
You got. I don't remember items' names. I don't. It's just there's too many. I can't remember them all.
I just remember. Oh wow, I put that in. No, oops. I don't know. I don't know where I'm storing this idiotic amounts of information, but yeah, I've run into a lot of interesting little things in the game, and when someone makes it and puts it into their build, and I notice it, and it's just like, oh well, that's an interesting. So go ahead.
Last thing I wanted to bring up, that you might have not know, is that there's an issue with the MTX of the bell, the Atlas with the bell.
Oh, what do you mean? What's going on?
So it keeps ringing, even when it's even when you're not using it.
Oh,
like it continues to ring all the time, and if you're in your if you stay in your thing for too long, all you hear in the background is ding 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 ding. So everyone is complaining about it. Like basically, like it should be a cutoff on how many times it should issue a herald. It should herald your opening of a map, but it should continue to stay on even after the fact. It should stop once you complete the map or something.
I don't. Well, maybe if you complete the map, but if that's the case, just fucking open.
So people are.
I think it's cool.
Being
like
pissy.
I really do. Like I don't know, dude. I don't know if that would bother me. I think that's such a cool. I thought that was such a cool map device. Like I don't know. Like I then again, I guess I understand where they're going with it because I've never had a very obtrusive map device that
Well, I mean,
doesn't
yeah, like
scroll.
it just keeps. I mean, I guess if you play with your volume down, it would be that big a deal.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you the type
I
of person that
suppose.
plays with the volume up and you like to hear all the soundtrack and all that bullshit, that shit might get annoying.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That might get eventually
Because
annoying. So I
it's
give
probably
it
like
a
it's probably
minute.
considered like an ambient sound.
Yeah, I maybe give it like a minute. But everybody who has been here with us, I appreciate you being with us on this wonderful speculation ride. We have been Mr. Coffee and Casper. Thank you for joining us on Two Exiles, One Portal. See you next time.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good day.